My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Cancerians, I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general reading of past, present, future, 9-card spread. But before that, I want to kind of give out this tiny little announcement, but actually it's not really tiny, because, it's like on April 18th, I'm going to be hosting my birthday video of, my plans of the future and stuff like that. But before that, I might already have this already grand announcement of finally doing personal readings. Now, the thing is, it's like I'm not well, depending on the whole situation, it's like pretty soon I do hope to travel and to actually really give you all real impersonal, personal readings and stuff like that. But for now, since we're going to stick to technology and stuff like that, especially with regard to, the summer and springtime seasons, which does not benefit me at all. We're just going to first, start off with these things before we head out towards maybe darker seasons and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get started on your reading. Okay, the general card is a Four of Swords. Let's look at the first row, which is also your past. I'm not allowed to show this one, but you first get the Devil reversed. Interesting. You could have Capricorn somewhere in your star chart. Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. With the Five of Swords and... Oh, interesting, because you get the Four of Swords, and then you get Five of Swords, and then you get Strength. You could also have Leo somewhere. Okay, yeah, what I saw for my beloved Cancerians, man, woman, whoever's watching, I love the fact that you got the Devil reversed, because this is like leaving, a toxic situation. It's like finally being freed. It's like freeing yourself from shackles and bonds. My goodness. And the thing is this is you actually having that fight and courage within you. The strength and determination, this willpower, this very fiery passion, this driven air, within you, or even grounded earth, even though it is. But I love the fact that the Devil came in reverse, because obviously, you were released from something, and you actually had so much courage, strength, and resilience and determination when to actually defeat this kind of battle of some kind. And it finally gave you so much confidence in the past. Wow. I love this for my wonderful, beautiful, Cancerians in this world. Because the thing is, it's like, and well, not many humans, can actually, handle, the Devil situation. But since it came out in reversed for you, it just looks like that you just freed yourself. It gave you confidence, strength to want to defeat this wonderful moment. Oh my goodness. Admirable, honorable, and kudos to you all if this did take place. And the fact is that even though it was in the past, the fact that it actually did take place, I just find it still incredibly remarkable. Now, in current times, you do get the Knight of Wands reversed, Seven of Swords reversed, and Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay, you can have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you can have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo somewhere in your star chart. What I mostly see here is, it's like, okay, you actually overcame some kind of obstacle and stuff like that, but yet here's, no motivation or passion whatsoever. Well, it can happen, sometimes, with the ebbs and flows. One minute, when you've overcome something, when you've achieved something, you have this euphoric moment where, oh, wow, I actually defeated that situation with the Five of Swords. And sometimes this is the low moment where you just think, yeah, so what, that was just only that happened in the past. Yeah, I was just lucky, right? Blah, blah, blah. It can happen, where, sometimes, when you overcome something, or when you actually achieve some grand, some kind of battle or some winning of some kind, that sometimes, your motivation or your spark is suddenly gone, where next minute you just think, now what? Well, I don't really, we'll see it like that, but if this does resonate where sometimes, you just think, okay, what was I thinking? Now the celebration moment is gone and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like with the Seven of Swords reversed, I love it because it is reversed, and this is kind of like coming to terms with something, or it could be also, that you're actually freed from something, or you're pretty much just kind of, just thinking, I don't need to keep running anymore, stuff like that. But I do wonder why you get the Three of Pentacles reversed, because that's kind of like also, not per se disharmony, but it's mostly kind of like you have no friends or family around you, or no kind of support whatsoever. Maybe you don't really need it at all, but we're just going to have to keep looking towards the future, and especially, clarification. Future, you start off with Justice reversed. Ooh, this Three of Swords. No, one of the cards I pulled for the Vampire broke my heart. It literally killed me off. And then you get the Six of Pentacles. Now the thing is, it's like I do see some kind of like a legal situation. And that's what you already, overcame in the past. You won some kind of battle of some kind, but in current situation, it could still be, that the other, that the opposing party is going to try to, have some kind of stronger comeback for you, because this is where the, justice reversed. It could be, a legal situation that's not going to work out for you because, it's going to, will cause some kind of heartbreak. Or it could be that you feel incredibly imbalanced or uncertain about the future. You're worried about heartbreak, but and you're worried that you might have to give something to the opposing party, for example. I'm not saying that anything, should resonate of some kind. I mean, you could also eventually, will gain something in return, and that this, Three of Swords moment could be a blessing in disguise kind of situation as well. But we're going to have to do some clarification because I want to know exactly so I can give you way better advice about the situation. Devil reversed. You get the Two of Wands. Okay. You actually released yourself of some kind of, it could also be doubt and self, and lack of, self-belief and lack of faith within yourself, because you went on this beautiful journey of the Two of Wands, or you had this opportunity, you released yourself from the devil and you just, head off, towards the Five of Swords situation. So it could have also been, lack of, clarity, doubt, hesitation of any kind, but you pretty much just took the leap of faith and you said, okay, we're just going to try something. We're just going to move forward and we're going to leave this situation with the Two of Wands. And what I love about, even though this isn't the page, the thing is the fact that you actually did leave this whole toxic situation behind, especially that it took place in the past. So congratulations and kudos to all, Cancerians in this world, because not many humans, can actually, go through with it. Not many people are resilient or strong enough or courageous enough to want to keep moving forward and stuff like that. So, but if you're one of the very lucky few, congratulations on all ends from my side. Five of Swords, Hierophant. Okay, it could have been maybe a conflict with the Taurus or something, but maybe, it's like this Hierophant is kind of like the upper book. It's not per se like the High Priestess, but this person definitely, will probably offers you a lot of support, some kind of guidance of some kind. It is an upper card, so, next to the High Priestess, this is also, one of also the strongest cards in all of the entire deck. But the Hierophant is also there to give you advice and guidance and support, and maybe, that could also be contributing to you winning some kind of battle in the past. Maybe you had some advice, guidance, support. Maybe it was a lawyer or maybe somebody, but that more or less also contributed. Now, it could also be maybe a conflict with a Taurus, or maybe conflict with somebody that you pretty much, once also had a commitment with. I mean, I wonder if there's a bit of a divorce breakup situation also taking place, because that's kind of also the feeling I'm getting here as well. Well, we're going to have to continue, because with the Strength card, you get Prince of Scepters. You get the Page of Wands, even though this one came up upright and the next one is reversed. Thing is you were incredibly ambitious, goal-oriented, and strong and courageous to want to actually, keep moving forward. Now, obviously, whatever this battle was, that pretty much also enhanced your courage and determination and want to move forward and stuff like that. Because that's kind of like, any kind of motivation, when you overcome something, when you win some kind of battle, whether it's like passing an exam, whether it's like any kind of like struggle, that you find you've released yourself of, that could also, increase your, your strength and your courage within you to want to keep moving forward and stuff like that. And I think that is very, very, very beautiful, because, I love this combination. Even though you are a water sign, you can definitely have Leo, Sagittarius, Aries somewhere in your star chart as well. But I just love how you are, despite how a lot of humans underestimate Cancerians, and a lot of people, I think, oh yeah, you guys are just, water crabs and stuff like that. Well, I see you guys as more than anything. I think you guys are incredibly strong and courageous in your own way. And this is where you're proving it to yourself. So despite not feeling, maybe a bit directionless, also lack of motivation, I do see fast movement in current times. So the thing is kind of, the lesson that I see here, or the crux that I see here, is, it's like sometimes, you have to kind of keep pushing yourself in a direction, even though you think, oh my goodness, it's like, having to grab your, screaming child by the ankles or by anything to say, come on, get out of bed, you're going to have to do this, even though you think, no, I need to sleep another 5-10 minutes and stuff like that. Well, the thing is, it's like sometimes, this combination makes sense in the sense where, you think, well, why do I bother getting out of bed? Well, because, obviously, something is going to, is heading towards you, or you need to head towards something different, because you are incredibly ambitious, goal-oriented, and motivated in current times. And that's what's also going to be, bringing forth, the Knight of Wands in a very, motivational situation for you. Love it. Seven of Swords reversed. You're finally coming to terms with something because you get fortune. So, obviously, this kind of, it could be an honest, situation you're heading towards. And maybe that could also be that bit of a hesitation here where you think, oh goodness, it's like, I don't know if I want to proceed with this situation. But it looks like, there could be an honest offering of some kind, or it could, definitely just be, just an honest move. And, you're definitely getting fortune. And what I love is that fortune is in the center of the entire read for today. So love it. It's like sometimes, you just have to kind of let some kind of ether, some kind of energy or force more or less just kind of guide you towards, these situations. Even though the unknown is scary for hundreds and thousands of humans, even for us vampires, the unknown is scary as well. We don't know what to expect. I mean, I didn't realize I was going to be turned into a vampire. If I would have known, if there were so many forewarning signs thinking, oh yeah, it's like there were signs and symbols of saying, yeah, vampires and you're going to be, turned into one, I would have thought, oh, that's scary and stuff like that. But the thing is, it's like sometimes, there's this energy in this world that more or less guides us towards, these situations, even though we just kind of think, I'm not so sure about this. Because despite not having so much, support from other people, you do get the Two of Pentacles, and this is where you're pretty much also proving how strong and capable and resilient you are. And this is also you saying, I don't really need to have other people around me because I can manage this whole situation by myself. And, it's like you've already proven it to yourself. It's like this is pretty much a new phase where you're pretty much having to juggle many responsibilities and obligations. But the thing is that you do get the Wheel of Fortune on your side, which is also about luck. It's about fortune. It's about, the positivity because, it's like, yeah, you're finally just kind of, getting over the whole, like devil situation and the Five of Swords situation in the past. And this is you actually just thinking, okay, we're just going to have to keep going. It's like sometimes, we have to deal with, many obligations and responsibilities, even though, we have to deal with it ourselves and stuff like that. I mean, I know this combination all too well. This was pretty much, at least maybe the first year after being human and when I actually started doing in-person vampire readings. That's how the human more or less found me or met me and stuff like that, because I would always be holding the cards in front of my mouth and stuff like that. I mean, and I would always try to keep my nails and stuff like that. I mean, at the time I didn't have gloves because the human told me, yeah, now that we're heading in towards senior times, you might want to have extra protection and stuff like that. But I just see that you're pretty much just capable of handling any kind of responsibilities by yourself. Now, the Justice reversed in the future. Oof, okay, you get the Three of Swords. Yikes, okay. I'm just thinking, it's like, I don't think, you really have anything to worry about. I mean, this could be a legal situation that could be heartbreaking. That's one aspect that I see. The other aspect is, it's like, you're worried about feeling imbalanced and you're worried about being dealing with any kind of heartbreak and stuff like that. I mean, maybe, it's like in current times or towards the end of current times, you do have luck and fortune on your side, but maybe you just feel like thinking, well, I'm facing this alone and now I'm worried that I'm just not going to, it's just going to, get worse for me. But I don't really actually feel that for my beautiful Cancerians, both men and women in this world. Because why would you get the second Three of Swords? Okay, because there's clarity. Okay, so what I see here is, it's like, there is still, there's probably a reason why this Three of Swords situation could be taking place. Maybe there's going to be some kind of legal matter that's going to be breaking your heart, but maybe there's a reason, and maybe this is kind of like a blessing in disguise card, because maybe this is still a grand announcement, in a positive manner, because for the Six of Pentacles, you get the Three of Grails. Okay, but we're not going to do that yet, but I just wanted to, guarantee you guys are going to have a happy ending in the end. Okay, so sometimes, it's like, this could be irrational fears about the future, about thinking, oh goodness, it's like, I feel imbalanced about the future, I feel like I'm dealing with everything in current times alone. I feel like I'm just going to have my heart broken. Everything is just, going to be imbalanced for me. I mean, again, it could be a legal situation. It could be a divorce or a breakup. That could also be contributing to, both of these Three of Swords situation of any kind of heartbreak. However, maybe this could, in the end, with the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, this could be some kind of mutual agreement and understanding of thinking, okay, and, to avoid, breaking each other's heart or my heart or your heart, let's try to come to terms with something. Maybe this is, some kind of like a settlement of some kind in the future, or maybe it could just be any kind of, situation, where it's kind of a give and take kind of situation, but it's going to leave everybody in a very harmonious, celebratory moment in the future as well. So, The thing is, you know, it's like, yeah, sometimes, you know, it's like, if for any kind of, you know, unforeseen circumstance or foreseen, because, you know, it's like, you know, since I'm more or less, you know, presenting these cards for you, you know, in current times, whatever you do right now will impact the future. So if you want to try to already increase or, you know, to speed up this harmonious celebratory moment where you're either giving something or you're receiving something, you know, you might want to actually think about that right now rather than just thinking, okay, you know, I have fortune right now and I'm going to be juggling responsibilities and stuff like that. However, the thing is, you know, it's like if you want to have you know, a quicker, you know, celebratory moment, is I would try to avoid the Three of Swords moments. You know, we'll try to find a way to go around it and try to think, okay, you know, how can I avoid heartbreak in the future and stuff like that. Sometimes heartbreak is inevitable, you know, if you really want to break up or divorce with somebody because it's really more or less compromising yourself. Sometimes those things are inevitable where you just have to let it happen and it just hurts, for many, you know, reasons and stuff like that. However, the thing is, you know, sometimes these, you know, situations are only temporary and stuff like that, and otherwise, you know, you need to try to, you know, to mend it as quickly as possible, or try to rip off that band-aid, you know, without, you know, letting any kind of Three of Swords moment take place in the future. Wow. Okay. Intense. Special vampire card. High Priestess. You know, where is that Hierophant? Yeah. Yeah, remember how I mentioned, you know, the High Priestess and and well, here's one of your beautiful water cards because this is one of those powerful individuals. So what I'm kind of seeing here is, you know, it could be a legal matter because that's what this legal book, the Upper Book of Knowledge, could also be about. But it could also be, you know, it's like trying to find, you know, a harmony, you know, in this situation. You know, if there's any kind of breakup, divorce, any kind of legal matter that's taking place and stuff like that, if you want to avoid any kind of heartbreak or any kind of real painful situation, as I was trying to deal with it as quickly as possible right now and try to see if you can go around it in an easier and more, you know, better way, let's say, you know, just to go around the whole, you know, Three of Swords situation, because I'm worried, you know, if you just, you know, think, okay, I'm just going to be stuck with luck and fortune on my side, you know, so what if I, you know, face a Three of Swords moment, because you do get it twice in the future. Now, it could be irrational fears about the future, thinking, you know, I'm worried, you know, that the future is just going to be bleak and stuff like that, but yeah, you know, there is a grand announcement with the Three of Swords of maybe, you know, this is where the Three of Swords is inevitable and stuff like that. But you do get a Three of Cups situation where you will be celebrating something in the end. And, you know, you could even have to give something, you know, that could also be contributing, or you will be receiving something. But this is kind of like your intuition more or less telling you to say, how can we get out of this situation before before it gets worse? And that would be my suggestion to you as well. Okay. What does Oracle have for my beautiful Cancerians? Ooh, sacrifice. Okay, I think maybe Aries may have gotten this. Renunciation, offering, and letting go. Okay, now there could be a sacrifice taking place in the future. That's why you could be facing Three of Swords situations. But I think that, you know, any kind of like sacrifice of any kind of situation, okay, maybe, I mean, I don't really see that you're going to be sacrificing, but you could be sacrificing something in the future. It could be, you know, some kind of legal sacrifice of some kind. It could be a money sacrifice. You know, you do get fortune of some kind, and I wonder if that could also be contributing to the Justice Reverse kind of situation. But sometimes, you know, it's like you have to kind of sacrifice something, and sometimes, you know, there's inevitable, sacrifices where it's pretty much, you know, there's nothing you can do about it, and sometimes you do have to like pay, you know, your legal fees or something, or there's any kind of fees, you know, that, you know, could be contributing to this sacrifice of some kind, or a renunciation. You know, sometimes it's really good just to kind of let go of any kind of, you know, fears and stuff like that. Especially if there's fears that there's nothing that you can do about it, it's best just to kind of think, okay, you know, it's pointless just to be running around in circles screaming and losing energy and stuff like that. But I don't really think it's anything to worry about, but sometimes these situations do take place for a reason, and hopefully for the best. Wow, intense. Okay, I'm going to finish off with 3 yes or no answers for my beautiful Cancerians, but please feel free to pause this video and think about the questions you want to answer, because for number 1, you do get a yes with the 5 of Pentacles reversed. You do get a yes with the Moon reversed. And you get a yes with the Temperance. Okay. Well, my beautiful Cancerians, I wish I could have given you something better, but I really hope this may resonate in a sense, you know, that hopefully it'll work out for you in the best. But if it does, please feel free to join, subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me in this channel. I love you guys incredibly. And remember, you know, please feel free to stick around for April 18th, maybe even a bit earlier, for the grand announcement of personal readings. Anyway, I just want to thank you all so much for supporting me and joining me in this channel. I love you guys incredibly. In a few days, I'm going to go back to Love Rings. I'm going to go back and forth between general love for now, but thank you also very much for supporting me.